Hello, Karthike. Just a second, let me post links, then we will start. I'm little late today. Right. Hmm. Which planet can suddenly make you fall sick? Hmm. It's like if Mars is somewhere connected with like eighth house, sorry, sixth house. Mars is sixth lord by Aries sign or by Scorpio sign. Mars and Ketu. Mars represents like sudden events. So suddenly falling sick and all. Okay. Or Mars is Ghatni Karaka and the person is under Mars Dasha. Okay. Then this can happen. So largely Mars is response indicative of that. I won't say responsible for that. Indicative of that. Right. Any other question? Right. Sun in 8th house Virgo ascendant, will it hamper in success? For Virgo ascendant, it is exalted, right, in the 8th house. So, 8th house will have its own instability. Person will have like ego clashes, sudden like ego hurt and all. They may meet people, bump into the people who are going to hurt their ego. Okay, that is there. But as it is like exaltation, person will overcome these things, and he will be able to gain the authority. Again, the best of authority is coming through business setup, because it is like the eighth house of business benefits. Okay, so there the person will get the better results. Right. Namaste, namaste Alankrita. How are you? Mm, I'm fine, thank you. How are you, Bhavish? How will be the current transit through June 2025 affect Libra ascendant and Moon in Libra? Mars, I think you are referring to the Mars transit. Okay. For Libra people, either ascendant or moon sign, Mars rules the second and the seventh. Okay, so it is Marka. Okay. Uh, it is also like a second house is family, wealth, assets, and seventh house is relationship. So this is where they need to be like most careful while traveling, driving, and all. Mars is sudden events, accidents. It is going retrograde in like ninth and tenth house. So ninth house is like this long distance travels and all. Ninth and tenth represent thighs and knees related areas. So then they should be like careful while traveling, driving, or even like just be aware of your surroundings. That will give that will like help you in keeping yourself safe. Okay, so this is what it shows. Also in matters of money and all, uh, avoid overspending. Prioritize your spendings. Prioritize your like what is necessary, what is not necessary. Okay. If you can postpone some of your spendings, then well and good. Uh, don't get into like arguments unnecessarily. The arguments which you can avoid. Okay, just avoid those arguments. Okay, so it is going to be a difficult time. There is no doubt about it, with so much energy in Scorpio, and we can already see like impacts in our life, in like mundane events, global events also. Okay, we can see the impact of so many planets impacting Scorpio, and Scorpio Lord going into like this Gemini and Cancer difficult transit. So this is where we all need to be careful. Any remedies for money? I have a ever low income. I don't have any remedies of money. Otherwise, I will do it. Okay. Then why will I do all these services and all? I will just do that remedy and have all the money. Remedy for money is there are only three remedies. Okay, three most effective remedies: receptivity to counseling, proactive approach, awareness. That is it. If you have these three things, yeah, you are doing well in life. Okay. Again, receptivity to counseling. If someone counsels you, listen to him. Okay. Proactive approach, work proactively upon that, and be aware of your circumstances and situations. That is the best remedy you can have. These three, and these three are always working. How important is Vimshopak strength or Shadbala when assessing if a planet is good or bad? Or all that matter is nature and dignity in fashion chart? Fashion chart. What what does it mean? Fashion chart. Anyways, understand why these all these techniques are developed. Okay. There are thousands of techniques in Vedic astrology only of predicting things. So this can be a question that okay, why you need so many techniques so for predicting the same thing? Rashi chart. Okay, great. So why there is a need of like all these different techniques? Understand it like this. We all are different people. We different ways of understanding things. The way which is good for me may not be that good for you. Okay. The way which is excellent for X person may not be excellent for Y person. It may be like worst technique for Y person. Okay. So this is why like so many different ways are developed. Some people understand through avastha, some people understand through Vimshopak strength, some people understand through Shadbala. It is all the same thing. How you understand it, it is for that. Okay. If you can understand through numbers, then maybe Shadwala points can be more helpful. If you can understand through verses, maybe this avasthas are good for you. Okay, so find out how you understand. Okay, and then follow that. It is not necessary that you should follow all the techniques and tricks. Whatever is working for you, follow that one and it will be good enough for you. Okay. So all these techniques work. And now to answer your question, all these techniques work. It depends which one you are more connected to, which one you are more aligned to. So it is about you rather than the technique. Right. If Saturn is a democratic planet, democratic, okay, then does it matter if it's functional, malefic, or benefic? It doesn't matter. Democratic. I didn't understand what do you mean by democratic planet. Okay, if you mean to by saying that okay, like Saturn works same for everyone, then okay, I accept it. Then okay, so Saturn, with Saturn, it doesn't matter whether it is function malefic or benefic and all, because it will remain as is. Okay, its nature, its behavior, its characteristics are always as is. So, regardless of it is like Yoga Karak planet or ascendant lord or like in own sign or exaltation sign, it is your difficulty. Wherever Saturn is sitting, that is where your difficulty is. Okay. So this is what like you may, we all may accept it. I read somewhere that debilitated planets have a positive seventh aspect. It is that true? No, I don't follow this. So debilitated planet is debilitated planet. Understand it like this. Uh, so aspect you can understand is like a gaze or look. Okay. Suppose there is a very strong, healthy person. When he looks at you, his look or his gaze will be equally strong. And suppose some same person is like has fallen sick and he is on bed, okay, he is bedridden and all, and you are visiting him to like see his health. Even from that bed, if he looks at you, his gaze will be very weak. That is it. Okay. Planet is strong will have a strong aspect. Planet weak will have weak aspect. Okay. Or we can say that a strong planet, when it aspects it, there is a more possibility or probability that planet a person will be inclined towards more dignified activities of that planet. Okay, like Mars represents proactiveness, also Mars represents violence also. So if a person has Mars in Cancer, then its aspects are more about dominating and controlling. But if a person has Mars in good dignity, then its aspects are more about being proactive in that particular area of life. So it is the same planet, but the dignity of actions are changing because of the dignity of the planet. Will there be more nakshatra articles coming? I think I wrote everything. Let me know if there is a need. I wrote about nakshatras first of all, then planets through nakshatras, all the planets through nakshatras, and then this ascendant nakshatra also. What is left to write? Okay. I don't think there is anything I can add to. If I find anything worthy to write, I will write. When a planet is debilitated, the seventh aspect will be to its exaltation sign. Will that not matter in a positive way? They follow this logic. Theoretically they follow. Okay, I'm aware. Many astrologers follow this, but I haven't seen it happening in the life. Okay. So that is what I'm inclined to say. Okay. I had quite a few clients or friends who have like Mars or like any other malefic uh, debilitation or in enemy sign, and when they are dealing with the same area of life with their seventh aspect, okay, on their exaltation sign, I didn't see them like behaving in a like more dignified way. Okay. Uh, One case I remember like Mars in Cancer person in the fifth house. Okay. From Pisces and then Mars in Cancer, and like seventh aspect goes on to 11th house Capricorn of income and gains. Maybe it is for him, but I haven't seen more spendthrift person than him. Unnecessary spending, gambling and all. Okay. So person is spending a lot. 11th house, income and money related house, and Mars and debilitated Mars aspect. So I didn't see it happening. Okay, that's why I'm not inclined to follow this theory. If a planet in is naturally benefic and it is in good dignity, but functional malefic, which nature should we give more importance to? Functional malefic, it is happening because of a particular house. Okay, like let's say, like hmm, which ascendant? Libra ascendant. Libra ascendant, Mercury is functional malefic because it rules the 12th house with its smooth trichon sign Virgo. Great. So Mercury becomes functional malefic for Libra ascendant. Now, if Mercury is in good dignity and all, it only shows is that when the person deals with the 12th house related matters, he feels more malefic results. He faces more malefic results because 12th house is the house which is making it a functional malefic. If I phrase it correctly, we can say that Mercury is functioning as a malefic planet because of 12th house related matters, or in the 12th house related matters. For every other area of life, it is still a benefic planet or gentle planet. Okay, it is not a functional malefic for whole the chart. It only functions as a malefic planet in matters of the 12th house. Great. Uh, was it due to 11th house or because moon also represents liquid money? Moon was well placed in his chart. Moon was in Pisces in the first house. So I won't say it is because of moon. Overall, like if you see this person, second lord is also like Mars. Ninth lord is also Mars. Second and ninth both are wealth oriented houses. Okay, second house is wealth, ninth house is fortune, and Mars is debilitated in the fifth house. This is where the person is just losing his wealth and fortune in gambling. Okay. Also fifth for speculation. Yep. Are there more case studies that you can share? I can share as per the question. Let question come, then I will share. If three planets in Leo, including Sun, Mercury, Venus, how will the Papkartri Yoga transit, Papkartri transit affect be? Papkartri will affect, don't worry. Papkartri is one yoga which is always giving the result. So if Sun, Mercury, Venus are in Leo and Mars is in Cancer, Ketu is in Virgo, then also like Papkartri is working. So wherever Leo falls in the chart, people should be careful about that area of life. Have low expectations in that area of life. Okay, that will be much better. Okay, so Papkar 3 will work. Very minimum results in matters of Leo, also in matters of Sun, Mercury, Venus. Good evening. Good evening, Ankita ji. How are you? I have the same sun with my boyfriend. Does it mean something? Sun in Uttar Bhadrapada. You have a boyfriend? I didn't know this, Needy. You never told me. Okay, anyways. I have the same sun in with my boyfriend. Does it mean anything? Sun in Uttar Bhadrapada. So, sun in like the planets, planets in the same position. Like if a person or his partner, they have planets in the same position or opposition. It just shows like a very strong karma towards each other. Okay, this is like it is not that it is going to be a rosy relationship and all. It is a relationship which is difficult to let go, because these planets on the same position or opposition with each other, they attract. There is a huge attraction between them, so it is equally difficult to let go of such a relationship. It is like karmic. They use the word karmic relationship and all. Every relationship is karmic only, but these become like more important, more effective, impactful. Impactful is better word. And does the effect of debilitation lessen if the planet has high score in Shadbala? I don't follow Shadbala. Debilitation is debilitation for me. If it is benefic planet debilitation, then little bit better. But if it is like malefic planet debilitation, it is difficult. Okay. Uh, I don't rely much on Shadbala points. That is not my way of predicting. I am not saying that Shadbala is wrong concept or it doesn't work. I don't rely much. Okay, it is not my way of predicting things. Also, a moon conjunct. Moon is mind. Moon conjunct or moon opposition. Any planet opposition is like Venus opposition. Suppose someone has Venus in Virgo, other person has Venus in Pisces. So this is like a strong attraction. Venus in front of each other. A strong attraction when they get into relationship initially. Okay, but as I said, these are like also difficult to let go of the relationship. Hi Vedant, how are you? Yeah, India. Since India has one time, but there is a huge difference in real time. For example, sunrise in Gujarat is not the same as sunrise in Bengal. How should we make these corrections? You should be concerned about sunrise at your place. Why you need to be worried about sunrise at different places? I am unable to understand your question. Also, our Venus is in opposition. I'm having a hard time letting go of him. Okay, yeah, that is what happens. Synastry. If you read Synastry articles on the website, they may help you more. Meaning the changes in the Lagna rising when making Kundali. Your Lagna rising depends on your birthplace. Okay, that's it. Like I took birth in Indore, so at the time of my birth, whatever was like sun rising and all at Indore, that is what matters. Okay, I don't think there may be concept. I'm not aware. Okay, so maybe there is a concept, but I am not aware of it. Is it true that last year of Mercury Dasha will be good? Mm, After Mercury, you start Ketu Dasha. So last Antardasha of Mercury Dasha will be Mercury Saturn. I will differ in my opinion. Okay, Mercury Saturn and coming Ketu Dasha cannot be like much pleasant, but it depends on the person how he has utilized the whole Mercury Dasha. Obviously, all of a sudden, everything cannot go wrong. Okay, if he has utilized majority of his Mercury Dasha in a good manner, then Mercury Saturn can also like bring devastating effect and all. So it will largely depend on the person, but considering the nature of the planets like Saturn and coming Dasha of Ketu, which is all about isolation and separation and letting go, I will I will be like more careful in Mercury Saturn Dasha. Sun and Rahu in the 8th house in Scorpio sign. Lots of ego hurt. They will automatically bump into those people who are going to hurt their ego. And that ego hurt is bringing lots of changes, okay, in the life. Career can be like very transformative. Lots of changes in career. Lots of issues with the father and other authority figures in life. At the same time, immense interest in the research oriented side of life. Okay, so that is a benefit. Why don't you give remedies? Because I don't have any. I don't know. See, no gemstones, nothing. I don't even know which gemstone is for which planet. I have to check on the website. I only know that Pukhraj is for Jupiter, and I think Pearl is for Moon. That's it. Okay, that's it. Right. I don't know about any other planets, gemstones, and all. Uh, as I said, the best remedies are these three: receptivity towards advice, awareness, proactiveness. That's it. If you have these three remedies with you, you can handle any situation in life. Rahu Scorpio, is that really bad? If you work under others' authority, then it is really bad. Okay, understand. 10th house is the authority figures, and Scorpio is the sign of major instability. Rahu represents major changes. So Rahu doesn't represent changes. Rahu represents blowing things out of proportion. So when Rahu is in Scorpio, it is going to bring major changes in matters related with the house where it is sitting. That's it. So Rahu in the 10th house of Scorpio is like very difficult for relationship with father, and very difficult for any working under any authority figure. It can be more difficult if Mars is not in good dignity. If Scorpio Lord Mars is in Gemini sign or Cancer sign or Virgo sign, it can be even more difficult. Mars in first house Aquarius. It is in enemy sign. Mars conjunct with Mercury and Saturn. You are adding the troubles one after the other. Rahu in 10th house is Scorpio, then Mars in Aquarius. No, Mars in Mars is with Saturn and Mercury also. This is difficult. Right. Left home was cast out by his father and now living in a foreign country. That is Ketu in the fourth house. Rahu in the 10th, that means Ketu in the fourth house. You mentioned the solution of to Ketu and Rahu Mahadashas. Ketu Dasha is same, one solution, be in the state of letting go. That's it. Ketu Dasha Antardasha. If you are under Ketu Dasha Antardasha, just be in the state of letting go. Don't make any materialistic, ambitious plans for that Ketu Dasha. From which house we see a job? 10th house. 10th house is like working under others' authority. So 10th house is main house of job setup work. Some people see from the 6th house also, but 6th house is largely your daily work life. It can be anything. Like my daily work life is looking at people's chart. That's it. Okay, so daily work life doesn't mean that only job setup. It can be any type of work. Uh, Stellium in first house, does it include the result? Does it include the result of being so secretive? Not necessary. Secrecy is coming from planet like this signs like Scorpio and all. So it depends on where the stellium is placed. Okay, just because there is a stellium doesn't mean that person is going to be secretive. Uh, master is marrying a manglik when you are non-manglik, a bad idea. Marrying anyone is a bad idea. Okay, so marriage is anyways difficult. Okay, manglik, no manglik doesn't matter. What is the sign of maturity? How can we know if we are mature and wise? If we are not repeating the mistakes, then we are mature and wise. If I am repeating the same mistake again and again and again, in the hope that I am going to get better result, that is immaturity. That is childishness. Okay, so Osho says that I don't say that you should not commit any mistake, but you should not repeat a mistake. Committing a mistake is fine. Repeating the same mistake is indicative that person is not learning anything. Okay, that is it. Does the seventh house have a role in job income? Seventh house is mainly seen for like this. Business oriented partnership business, other people, masses and all, but seventh is like 10th from the 10th, so it becomes bhavad bhavam of 10th house. Here it is like the person can be inclined towards this so it becomes like secondary house for someone's job oriented house. Okay, secondary house, not the primary. So, seventh house can be related with career, more so in the business setup. If 10th house is aspected by Sun, Saturn, Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, wow, what will be its impact? I have to see the chart. I cannot say like this because these planets may be aspecting from different houses, different signs, and all. Uh, I don't know the ascendant. Don't know the sign which is placed. Okay, so I cannot say. Every aspect also has different meaning. Like if it is Saturn's third aspect, seventh aspect, or 10th. If it is Mars fourth aspect, seventh aspect, or eighth aspect. All these things make a lot of difference. If second house, right, stellium in the third house in Taurus for Pisces Lagna. Focus on your own self efforts for your own business. I have three planets in the third house. Capricorn. I'm in my own business. If second house lord is in the third house, what will be the impact? It indicates that best wealth is coming through self efforts. The solution of to Rahu and Ketu Dasha is through knowledge to get rid of the illusion. How is the knowledge different in Rahu versus Ketu? And that is what kind of knowledge should a person have in Ketu Dasha? Rahu is about your materialistic gains if we want to discuss this topic. Okay. Rahu is about your materialistic gains. So in Rahu Dasha, if you are going through and get the knowledge, awareness, or wisdom or counseling related with your materialistic ambitions, what you want to achieve or what you should look for achievements and all. Okay, that type of knowledge will be beneficial in Rahu Dasha. In Ketu Dasha, the knowledge or awareness or counseling of letting go. Okay, that you should not be planning something very high-fi in like Ketu Dasha. That is the kind of knowledge or wisdom which is required in Ketu Dasha. Stellium in Taurus, Kritika Nakshatra, Pisces Lagna, and Sun with Mercury in first house, Uttar Bhadra Nakshatra. It is the same thing as I said. Stellium in the third house means focus on your self efforts. Sun Mercury in the first house also shows that person should be focusing on self in matters of career. Uh, Sixth house Lord in 11th house. Does this combination make uh, lawyers? And what are the important houses for law as profession? Main house is sixth house only. Sixth house is litigation, conflict. So sixth house is main house. Sixth Lord is the main planet. Dhatni Karaka. Planets like Saturn, Mars, Jupiter become important for for this profession of law. Okay, so that is there. But sixth house is like it can go into legal field also. It can go in healthcare field also. Okay, it largely depends on the planets involved, the Atmakarka, Mattakarka, and the Dasha, which is going to decide whether you are going to be interested in law as a career or healthcare as a career. Okay, because sixth lord in the 11th house also shows person is earning income from litigation and also from health issues. Okay, healing. So it represents both the things like healthcare worker also and legal professional also. Right. Saturn in sixth house for Cancer ascendant aspects eighth house. What effect does it have on longevity? Saturn is a long durational planet, so it is like eighth house is your sudden events and accidents. So this person may get lots of indications, lots of omens and indication before any sudden event. So it is like someone is habitual of driving fast, rash driving and all. So many elderly people will come and advise him that okay, you should not be driving that fast. Something wrong may happen to you and all that. Then if he doesn't listen, okay, great. Then a small accident will happen. A little bit of scratches here and there. Okay. Then people will tell him again. Okay, then see we were telling you not to drive fast and all. Then the person again doesn't listen. Then the third time something bigger will happen. Okay, so this is about Saturn. Saturn is long durational, long term. So it is giving you enough choices to change yourself. If you are not changing yourself, then face it. Ketu in Pushya Nakshatra in the fifth house leads to cheating. Uh, I don't know. I have some different views on cheating. I don't think there is anything like cheating. Okay. If you go into the story of like I think you are referring to the story of like this Jupiter, his wife Tara, and the moon. Okay, and Tara has this love romance with the moon. I feel that Jupiter has lost his position in Tara's heart years back. That's why someone can so easily come and win Tara's heart. Okay, that's why Tara can fall in love with the moon. Jupiter has already lost his position. What is cheating here? Okay. Anyways, space was vacant. Okay. So I don't think there is anything called cheating. Eighth house lord in the third house. What will be its impact? They will be teaching astrology on YouTube live sessions. Eighth lord in the third house. Okay. So it is like that type of situation which I have. Mercury rules my eighth house, sits into the third house, Capricorn. So, communications about the secret matters. What does Jupiter Rahu in Gemini ascendant say about the person? Highly talkative. If there is no Saturn impact on the ascendant, this person can be blabbering around. Okay. Can be good with business and all, can be extremely good with business, quite clever or cunning, but largely it is like a person who is just blabbering around. Then isn't Mars type husband better than Jupiter one? Why? Okay, on that story, that is another thing altogether. When a woman looks for a husband, she looks for Jupiterian qualities, wisdom, someone who can guide him properly. Okay, that's why Jupiter becomes the Karaka. Okay, and largely for children, a woman marries 90% of time. I am not stereotyping the all the womanhood. Okay, women folk, but I'm just saying that largely 90% of time a woman marries for the children, and Jupiter is the Karaka of children. So that's why Jupiter Karaka becomes Karaka of husband also. Other things are also like Jupiterian wisdom is more important. Okay. Uh, Pranam. I'm Libra ascendant. My Venus is in third house with Mars Rahu. Also, Venus is eighth lord. Should I pursue my career in YouTube? It is like any kind of knowledge sharing. Okay, Venus Rahu Mars in Sagittarius, third house. Any kind of knowledge sharing by any means. Okay, YouTube is only one of the means, by any means. Okay, you can share your knowledge, teach people, guide people. Excellent. Which nakshatra is favorable for business? Lots of nakshatras. And the whole chart is the whole astrological chart. Every house, every sign, every nakshatra somewhere relates with business only. Okay. Business setup life is setup career is more natural rather than job setup career. Okay. What is the time? Hmm. Thank you. Once you said that in astrology, Mars is a soldier, and soldier basic nature of soldier is aggression. But Mars is exalted in Capricorn, but also least aggressive in that sign. Because Saturn tames the energy. Saturn is like blocking. Saturn puts the limitation factor when Mars is in Capricorn. So it is not that they cannot be aggressive. I am a Mars in Capricorn. I can be aggressive, but they choose their battles wisely. When to be aggressive, when not to be aggressive. So they use it and they use the aggression. My 10th Lord Jupiter is sitting with Rahu in the Gemini. Always falls short of cutoff marks with a small margin in the competitive examination. Competitive examination is sixth house. It has nothing to do with first house or 10th house. Sixth house is competitions. Okay. Sun, Saturn, Mercury is in my fourth house. I am blessed with lot of properties, but could not convert them into yielding assets. Every time I try to develop some rental, I get stuck. Libra ascendant. It is like Saturn and energy. You may have to work hard and repetitively over same thing. Then you may have much better result in this matter. Does meditation help to increase awareness and anger management? That is the only purpose of meditation. Okay. Which planets are more descriptive of a job as an electrician on a cargo ship? Okay, it is very specific. Okay, Mars, Saturn can be involved, Aquarius can be involved. Okay, that's what I can say right now. But it is very precise. Bharani, Uttarashada, Shravana, Swati, Uttarbhadra, Revati Nakshatra is favorable for business. Thank you. How is life? I am fine, thank you. How are you? Competitive question continuation. Sixth Lord Mars in seventh house, along with uh, Ketu in Sagittarius. This is where the difficulty is. Mars with Ketu. Ketu is like isolation and separation. Maybe lots of efforts are needed. Then the person may have they can have much better prospects next year. Saturn and Jupiter will aspect Sagittarius, where Mars Ketu are placed, which is like sixth lord. If Dasha is also of same, maybe, and they may have better result in uh, competitive exams. Well, I'm good, thank you. Yeah, great, good job. What is the significance of Atma Karaka? I have Mars as my Atmakaraka planet. Atmakaraka is like destination where you are supposed to reach is Atmakaraka. What is the purpose of life, as people ask? Okay, so that is the final destination, and how you will reach is Amatyakaraka, planet with the second highest degree. We don't consider Rahu and Ketu in counting these degrees. Saturn in my eighth house, and it is in retrograde. And last 2 months was favorable, but soon it will not be in retrograde. Will it? Will the period be difficult again until March? I'm Rashi. Uh, this is like scattered information. It for me it doesn't make any sense. Uh, I'm not saying you are not making any sense. I'm saying for me it doesn't make any sense because I don't know the ascendant. I don't know which sign Saturn is in. I don't know your dashas. I don't know anything. I cannot say anything about it. Okay, that why you got better results in like Saturn retrograde and why you may be feeling like it can be difficult after retrograde is over. Pisces ascendant, eighth lord in the second house. Venus in Aries. Good for business, business money. Business benefits are becoming your wealth. Do you think some things can't be explained by astrology? They are much bigger than astrology. Eighth house, mysticism, secrecy. Secrecy has to remain secret. Okay, otherwise it is no more secrecy. So eighth house you can never explain. You can never predict. What is coming out of eighth house and Scorpio, no astrologer can predict. It can be anything. It can be like someone going through Scorpio dasha which is activating Scorpio or eighth house. They may be getting into business. They can be getting into like accidents, sudden events. They can be having any mystical experience in the same time, Kundalini activation and all. So what is coming, you cannot see it correctly, like precisely that okay fine, this is the thing, this is the only thing which can happen in the eighth house. Anything can happen. Eighth house in Scorpio, this is like unpredictable. So soothing to listen you. Thanks for your guidance, you are great, thank you. Why it is said that yoga and meditation are a way to surrender to God? Because when you do all both these activities, then suppose I started doing it. I did meditation one day. After that, I continued for 1 week. Then mind goes, okay, what is happening? Nothing is happening. Okay. Then I continue one more week. Okay, nothing has happened. And then I continue one more month. Then nothing is happening. All those talks are rubbish. That divine experience, enlightenment, and all. So every day when you do it, a part of your ego destroys. That I am not good enough. I am not able to attain what people were telling me that I can attain through meditation and yoga. One day you lose all your hope and your egoistic desire to attain anything. That is why whenever any divine experience happens to anyone, at that moment they were not looking for that. At that moment they were not even expecting that to happen. They had lost all hopes of getting it. So this is what. Okay, suddenly lots of questions. So you end up in surrendering to God or surrendering your ego to the God. Is yoga equally helpful as meditation? I think I replied this question last week also. Yoga is for extrovert, meditation is for introvert. Please don't repeat your questions. And is yoga, this is done, is astrology a part of existence or existence a part of astrology? What you are going to do? Tell me about your actions. Don't ask such questions which you have nothing to do with it. Okay. I have so much Scorpio, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Mercury, Scorpio Pluto. I am Aries Lagna. Yep. Scorpio in 8th house is unpredictable. You can be unpredictable. Lots of changes. Aries Lagna, 8th house, Scorpio together. What are the results of Mars Antardasha and Rahu Mahadasha? Mars is in Aries, Rahu is in Pisces. Jupiter Dasha is coming in, so there can be some changes. Because existence has to set up the stage for Jupiter Dasha. It is Sandhi period for Jupiter. When the main part of work life from age 26 to 60 is Rahu Jupiter Dasha, both in Leo 12th house, the career path should concentrate solely on this, right? Can one ignore Mercury, Sun, Ketu in 6th house for career? Because Dasha is of Rahu and Jupiter, you will be focused towards that. You may utilize some of the skills and traits of like other planets in other houses, but focus will remain the like Rahu and Jupiter wherever they are placed. For Libra ascendant, if moon in second house, it is where moon gets Libra ascendant, moon in second house gets exalted. Also in Kalpurush band, as you said, Scorpio sign is unpredictable. So how to predict this placement of moon? It is debilitated. It is unpredictable mind. It is very unstable mind. This moment, this thing, this that moment, that thing. They may decide to do this thing, then they may decide to do opposite thing within few minutes. Okay, very unstable. It can be more unstable when like further malefic impact is there. As per Osho, charitable deeds like Annadan, donating for marriage, has impact for diluting one's own bad karma in past life. Osho has said many things. I don't know in which reference he has said this, so I have to go through the whole preaching before I comment anything. Okay. Osho has said contradicting things also. There are many preachings where Osho has just rubbished all the kinds of donations and charities. Okay. And Osho will talk about donating in marriage is something I cannot conceive, but you never know with Osho. Scorpio 8th house is like blessing and curse at the same time. Yep. Sun being 11th lord placed in 4th house, please enlighten me. It is like money is coming from mother, home environment, real estate, all these kind of things, homeland also. So that can be the situation, but again, it depends on the planet involved and the dignity. What does Moon Venus in Cancer second house shows? Someone who is very emotionally attached with the mother or comfort zones of the mother, security and safety of the family life and all. Okay, right. I think we can close for the day. It is already 1 hour 10 minutes. See you next week. Take care. All the best. Have a nice weekend.